Lollapalooza is already underway this weekend, and Romain Bostic, he got the chance to catch up with David Stephenson. He is Airbnb's chief business officer and head of employee experience about the company's first ever global live music partnership with the music festival. Let's take a listen.
I was super excited about the partnership with Lollapalooza and Live Nation. It's been the first ever big music partnership that we've ever had at Airbnb. Started off in Berlin, and now I'm here in Chicago for Lollapalooza. Excited to see all the amazing acts that we have here.
When we talk about what this partnership means, obviously we know Lollapalooza is a huge driver of tourism to the city. More than 400,000 folks descend on that festival, and of course a lot of them need a place to stay. But the partnership that you have, it's more than just about renting out an apartment or a room to people. It's also about the fan experience. And I'm curious as to what the strategy is for Airbnb with regards to leaning in to those types of experiences.
No, you're exactly right. You know, nearly half the people that come to Lollapalooza come from out of town, and they need a great place to stay, and they often stay in Airbnbs. You know, last year we had 16,000 people staying in Airbnbs around the Chicago area, but you're exactly right. It's more than just about the stay. It's actually about the experience itself. You know, one of the great things about traveling on Airbnb is you get to actually experience the city you're in. And now when you travel on Airbnb and come to Lollapalooza, you can experience part of the festival like no one else can. We have some unique experiences that people can attend, Airbnb original experiences. We have a half dozen of them. Things like Chance the Rapper, who's dropping his new album later this year. You get a preview of that album here later tonight. And DJ Lady D is going to teach you how to DJ. So we have some amazing Airbnb original experiences that you can attend here at Lollapalooza.
Are these sort of premium experiences, meaning is there an extra cost associated with that for the user, or are these experiences more designed just to keep people in, I guess, the Airbnb ecosystem, for lack of a better phrase?
You know, they're available to anyone to book. You know, it depends on the actual experience. Many of these experiences are about $200 a seat, so they are a little bit premium, but these are Airbnb originals. They are incredible once-in-a-lifetime activities, but the average Airbnb experience is usually about $50.
When we talk about where Airbnb is going, we can't talk about that without talking about just travel trends overall. We're in an earnings period now where we've heard from a couple of the big airlines. They all seem to be singing from the same hymnal, the idea that travel, particularly leisure travel, is still strong. The consumer is still healthy and willing to spend. Are you seeing similar trend lines in your business?
Yeah, it's interesting. We did a recent survey of our guests and really found that travel is the one thing that is incredibly resilient. People are willing to not go shopping, willing to not go out to eat as much, but are much, much less willing to cut back on their travel. They might change their travel. They might travel more domestically or closer by, but they really do want to travel. And the other thing that we're actually seeing in the trends, especially at Lollapalooza here, is a significant increase in group travel. You know, people traveling with 3 or 4 or more people have increased at double the rate of the other people that are traveling. So we're actually just seeing great demand for group travel. And again, it's a perfect fit with Lollapalooza.
There is some concern, particularly about, I guess, the quote-unquote professional hosts and even the city you're sitting in. I was just there a few days ago speaking with some of the people on the city council, and there is a lot of discussion here about whether to restrict short-term rentals like Airbnb and like some of your competitors. The idea that there's a disruption related to some of those rentals, particularly when you do have big events like Lollapalooza. How are you working with local officials in Chicago and other cities around the U.S. to address some of those concerns?
Yeah, we work really closely with cities all around the world. We care very deeply about how we show up in those cities because we want to be able to support the communities themselves. And what we find is that places like Chicago, we are actually getting great support from the communities because there are so many that are actually underserved by hotels, and Airbnb enables them to have family and friends stay closer by. It enables people that have some of their largest, assets or valuable asset is their home, be able to share that with others and earn an income when they want to. So during Lollapalooza last year, the average host earned $1,200, and the ability for people to have the economic benefit, from Airbnb enables the communities to talk positively about it. Now, what we found was local leaders, civil rights groups, the other individuals in these communities talked about the benefit of Airbnb, and that's one of the reasons why the regulation has actually been slowed down and I think made more positive. I think the City Council hears their community, that they benefit from this, and I'm really happy with how we're addressing the issue.